Yeah, there's a lot of information in this one. Today, I'm gonna share with you everything that you need to know when it comes to getting your first tattoo. Trust me, I know that this could be a really scary process and you might not know what direction to turn, but don't worry because I got you covered. Because literally we're gonna be covering everything from A to Z in this video when it comes to getting your first tattoo, so stick around. And I would love to know, leave a comment below on what made you start thinking about getting your first tattoo. If this is our first time meeting, my name's Mike and this is Evolve Inc. And on this channel, we talk everything tattoo related. So if you like tattoos, consider subscribing. Okay, when it comes to getting your first tattoo, the first thing that you want to do is to pick an artist. In most cases, when people go to get their first tattoo, they don't really put much thought into who they are getting tattooed by. Now, even though this is an okay thing to do, to have the best tattoo and the best tattoo experience, it's always best to do your research and find a quality tattoo artist. Not all tattoo artists are created equal. Most artists specialize in one style of tattooing. For example, for your first tattoo, if you are aiming to get a colorful sugar skull, you wouldn't really want to go to somebody that specializes in black and gray realism. Really lock in what style of tattooing you want to get and then do research on an artist for the best result. And aside from their tattooing, it's really important for you to pick an artist that you can relate to and trust. You could do this by following them on their social medias and getting a sense of who they are. Finding an artist that you could trust and relate to, 9 times out of 10 you will have an overall better tattoo experience for your first tattoo. Pick an artist you love and you'll love your first tattoo even more. Alright, so now that you got your artist picked, the next thing that you want to do is to set up a tattoo appointment. Now, depending on what artist you go with, their preferred way of making an appointment will be different from others. Some shops may only take appointment over the phone, some might only accept appointments through email, or they might just use the social media route altogether. But when it comes to booking your tattoo appointment, here's what you should do. Contact the artist on their preferred way of how they go about booking the appointment, and then be as specific as possible with everything. Of course, you want to do things like introduce yourself, but be as specific as possible when it comes to what you want. Whether or not you want the tattoo in color, how big or small you want the design, where you want it at on your body, just everything. Also, make sure you're attaching any reference photos to what you may want incorporated in that tattoo design. Doing this just gives a better understanding to your tattoo artist on what you want, and it's just incredibly helpful for them to understand your vision. When doing this, don't expect the tattoo design to be exactly the way some other tattoo artist did it. Allow your tattoo artist to use their own creativity so you can have a unique design overall. Another thing you want to add when making that appointment is when your availability is. Send over what days and times are best for you. This is a really big time saver, and this allows you to not have to do that awkward back and forth with the tattoo artist. Also, keep in mind when you're securing that tattoo appointment, the tattoo shop typically requires you to make a small deposit to secure your time. In most cases, that deposit that you put in goes towards your tattoo. Now that the tattoo appointment is all booked and ready to go, I strongly recommend you going in for an in-person consultation. And don't worry, this isn't an all-day thing, it's usually pretty quick. And this also depends on the design and how complex you want it to be. Sometimes talking over the phone or sending a message over to your tattoo artist doesn't really describe the design that you want to a T. Going in for an in-person consultation to talk about where you want it on your body or getting in detail about what you want on the design will not only get you more excited for your first tattoo, but it also gives everyone a concrete design on what you plan on getting. Now, the next part, I made plenty of videos when it comes to preparing for your tattoo appointment, especially the day before, but I really want to stress that this is so important. Doing things like getting all your tattoo aftercare products prior to getting that tattoo is such a power move. Chances are when you get your first tattoo, after that tattoo is applied, your body, you are just going to be just so tired. And the last thing that you're going to want to do is have to go to a store to get your tattoo aftercare products. It sucks, and just get them before. This way you know you have everything to heal that sucker when you get home. Also, make sure you're getting a good night's sleep and eating a big meal before that tattoo session. This helps tremendously. Okay, so it's the day of your tattoo appointment and you're about to arrive to the tattoo shop. You want to make sure you arrive about about 10 to 15 minutes early to your scheduled time, just so you have plenty of time to fill out that consent form that every tattoo shop requires you to do before getting a tattoo. Also, make sure you have a photo ID handy. You can't get the tattoo without it. Once you fill out all the consent forms and you're all squared away at the front desk, your tattoo artist will show you a mock-up design of what they came up with. This will be the time to tell your tattoo artist if you do not like anything that's incorporated in the design. When it comes to getting your first tattoo, we often tend to be a little bit hesitant on telling our tattoo artist whether or not we like certain things about the design, especially when it's your first tattoo. But remember, this is going to be on your body for the rest of your life. So if there's something in the design that you just do not like, or you want to add something to the design, say it. Your tattoo artist's goal is to make you happy with your first tattoo, and any tattoo really. So just be open with them. Don't be afraid to speak up, but at the same time, make sure you're respectful. Now, once your design is final, it's time for your artist to apply the stencil. They will apply that stencil to your desired area, but if for whatever reason it just doesn't look right or flow nicely on your body, they will let you know about it. Not all designs out there fit well on the body. So if your artist mentions this, trust their judgment and consider moving the tattoo to a different part of your body or just resizing it altogether. All right. Take a deep breath. It's time for you to sit in the chair and get your first tattoo. Most of the time, the tattoo artist will set up all of the equipment and ink right there while you're in the room with them. This is to show you, the client, that everything is brand new and clean. If they don't do this and you walk in and everything's already set up, don't freak out about it. You'll be able to notice if they're using brand new ink and brand new equipment. Once everything's all set up, the tattoo artist will tell you how to sit or lay. So make yourself as comfortable as possible in that position. Once a tattoo artist turns on the machine and is about to start tattooing, I know this can be pretty scary if this is your first tattoo experience and your heart's probably going to be racing. But with that being said, it is super important for you to just breathe and stay as still as possible. But don't worry, if you ever feel like you're uncomfortable or feel like you're about to faint or you just don't feel right at all, it's okay to take a break. Just let your tattoo artist know. Most first-time tattoo getters think that they need to sit still and push throughout the whole session without taking any breaks, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Taking a break during a tattoo session is super normal. Even your tattoo artist would appreciate a break. I also want to add that the first few minutes of getting a tattoo are typically the most painful, but don't worry about it because that feeling won't be so intense throughout the whole session. As the tattoo session goes on, your adrenaline levels are going to go up and your pain levels are going to go down. Just make sure you're keeping your mind off it by, like, say, listening to music or talking to your tattoo artist. Doing that, you'll be smooth sailing. All right, you did it. You got your first tattoo. Congrats. Once your tattoo is complete, your artist is going to wrap it up just to protect it till you get home. And now the fun part, it's time to pay the bill. Your tattoo artist or the manager of the tattoo shop will tell you exactly what the price is of your new tattoo, and also their preferred payment type. Asking what their preferred payment type before you go and get the tattoo is always clutch because there are some shops out there that only accept cash, so it's always good to have some cash on you as well. And I also want to add that there is no standard price for a tattoo. Every artist and every shop charges different rates. But no matter what the price is and how you pay for it, be respectful on what they charge. Remember, tattoos are permanent art on your body that's going to be on you for the rest of your life, so consider it an investment. And also keep in mind that you should never want to haggle. They set their prices for a reason. Haggling for something like a tattoo can come off as disrespectful to a tattoo artist, so don't do it. And after paying for the actual tattoo, be sure to give your tattoo artist a nice juicy tip. This is just a good gesture to your tattoo artist, and it shows that you appreciate the art that they gave you. Now, when it comes to tipping for a tattoo, you want to aim for around 20 to 30% of the total cost of your tattoo. But like I always say, tip what you can afford. Also, when it comes to healing your tattoo artist should give you instructions on how to heal the ink properly. I always recommend to everybody to stick with their tattoo artist's instructions when it comes to healing that tattoo. But if you want to check out how I heal all of my tattoos, check out this playlist right here. I take you through the whole process. And hey, congrats on your first tattoo. I'm happy for you and welcome to the club.